Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, it's Superbirddiecast. I'm here to start up a new series and an educational series for new and beginning collectors. And I figure out that there's no better way to start it out with chase vehicles, also known as treasure hunts. And we are going to start with the rise of treasure hunts in this video. Let's start from the beginning. Treasure hunts began back in 1995 with rubber tires, a green stripe on the package, and usually a TH logo of some sort on the car. Treasure hunts began 26 years ago, back in 1995. And it all started with a horizontal green stripe on the package, a bright green, usually like a lime green. I'll have a picture up on the screen right now because some of these examples I am not going to have examples for. And usually it was just a normal paint like a mainline. The main things that deter it were the features as mentioned. And this would stick for a few years. And then in 1997, treasure hunts switched over to having plastic wheels, such as examples that I'm going to show on screen, the 56 Flash Sider and the Silhouette. And plastic wheels were relatively common on a treasure hunt for quite a few years, although you would still get the occasional treasure hunt with rubber tires. Treasure hunt started to see the return of rubber tires in the year 2000, with such examples as the Double Vision, the Toe Jam, and the 36 Chord. However, you still see the occasional treasure hunt with basic wheels, such as 5 spokes, like the Lakester. And going through many years, that's how it was. Beginning back in 2001, you were starting to see mostly rubber tires again. And at this point, around the early 2000s, around 2002, they moved the green stripe from the horizontal line to the vertical side of the package. And as you can see, you get a much darker green that fades out into something light, as well as a little treasure chest on the card. And from the years 1995 up until 2010, they made 12 different treasure hunt cars a year. And the treasure hunt logos varied over the years. This is the one for 2003. And there was many different sets of wheels, as mentioned before. Of course, you had your 5 spokes, you had your rubber tires, as well as you had co-mold wheels, which are actually on the example I just showed you, which are molded wheels that are all plastic. However, they do look like they could be a rubber tire. However, they're not. And regular treasure hunts with the rubber tires were considered the super treasure hunts before super treasure hunts. And as we get into talking about super treasure hunts, as they began in 2007, almost 15 years ago, the very first super treasure hunt was the 1969 Pontiac GTO, beginning in the first assortment of 2007. Super treasure hunts were a car that is more rare than the basic treasure hunt, and there's only one in so many cases where the treasure hunt was in most assortments. A super treasure hunt is a car with dark paint, also known as Spectraflame paint, rubber tires, and some sort of indication referring to a treasure hunt of some sort, which you would have seen on the older treasure hunts with rubber tires. So the rubber tires were now exclusive to super treasure hunts. And you would have your treasure hunts and super treasure hunts coexist together. And at the time, the regular of the super treasure hunt from 2007 up until 2011 was just the treasure hunt. So your super treasure hunt was a completely different paint job. However, it was the same casting as just a more basic version for the treasure hunt, which I'll show 2 examples of up on the screen. And in 2012, this changed. The treasure hunt and the super treasure hunt were 2 completely different vehicles. The treasure hunt and the super treasure hunt both still were made with 1 chase of each in every assortment, so you would have 1 super treasure hunt in a certain assortment and 1 treasure hunt in the same assortment. However, the Treasure Hunt and the Super would be two completely different vehicles. And that remains the same to this day, that the Treasure Hunt is a completely different vehicle from the Super Treasure Hunts that you see now. However, in 2012, you had a TH logo, which is very similar to what you see on the Super Treasure Hunts now. And in 2013, Treasure Hunts had a new logo change. And it was no longer a random TH that was basic on the car. And from 2013 up until now, to present day, the Treasure Hunt logo is this circle flame logo. They pick one model in every assortment to get the new livery with the Treasure Hunt logo. Now you're probably wondering, how did the Super Treasure Hunts work? Super Treasure Hunts still exist. However, they have a regular counterpart, which is not a special car and is just a typical mainline car. So this is the regular of a Super Treasure Hunt. And now I'm going to pull up the Super Treasure Hunt counterpart. As you can see, rubber tires, Spectraflame paint, and sometimes there's some different features within the car. I'm just going to put the camera down and give you a much closer look. I hope this is a better look. So the regular is right here, the Super Treasure Hunt is up here. And it's still the same, you pick one model in every assortment to make the Super and one model in every assortment to make the Treasure Hunt. And now, I guess it's time to find indicators other than that on the card now. Now, on the card now, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a gold circle flame logo on the back of the card for the Super Treasure Hunts. Alright, I just had to turn the flashlight on and take it out of its protector, but now you should be able to see the gold circle flame logo, and it looks very similar, and it actually is identical to the Treasure Hunt logo you see now for regular Treasure Hunts, but now it's just a gold circle flame on the back of the package. And now with Treasure Hunts, the indicator on the back of the cards for them is just a gray circle flame logo, and depending which country you live in, if you're in an international country, you'll just see the logo. There's no writing. However, if you're in the States, you will get a bit of writing. It usually says like, "Congratulations, this symbol means that you found a very rare, highly collectible car." And as you can see, the circle flame logo is there. But that's the main difference with international cards and American cards when it comes to Treasure Hunts. I hope this was a helpful indicator on helping you find out and identify what a Treasure Hunt is and what's a Super Treasure Hunt. And this gets you caught up to speed. If you have any questions regarding this video or regarding Treasure Hunts and Super Treasure Hunts, feel free to contact me in the following ways, which will be in the description below, or feel free to leave a comment. I hope you guys enjoyed, happy hunting, and stay safe. Peace.